Molly Rafferty, and I'm from a small town up north called Warrington, but I'm currently studying at Goldsmiths in London. I do quite a lot of mixed media, but mostly illustration based work, so yeah. A lot of, obviously from being someone that's very small minded, a lot of prejudice really with like the type of work that I produce and the type of people that I involve in my work. So basically just prejudice, and like I can't speak, like, yeah, I don't know, there was a lot of obstacles kind of like, so quite a lot of my work is very to do with like gender and to do with sexuality and to do with being a bigger girl, but this came in later in life. So obviously for the first couple of years of being an artist, I couldn't find my feet with what I wanted to do, and it was a lot of trial and error, and then a lot of people saying, oh, you're never going to be good enough to do what you want to do, you're never going to, oh, you're not academic, so you're not going to get far. And I've always, I call myself thick because I'm not that intelligent, but like having the obstacles of like people saying that you're not intelligent enough to be an artist, and well, look where I am now, like, kind of, but yeah. I never take myself too seriously, ever. So any of the work that I do, there's always like satire to do with it, or like comedy tragedy. I want my work to be serious, but I never want it to be too serious. Like quite a lot of young artists feel like they need to like pave the way of something that's like groundbreaking or woke in a way. But I'm someone who's very loud, very bolshy, very funny. Like I want people to get that, even if they've never met me, to get that through what I do. So I come from a very artsy family, like everyone in my family is like either could play an instrument or could draw, or my mum was very good at like influencing me from a very young age into being creative. But I've been drawing since I can remember, really, like since, always very creative as a child, always wanted like, you know, like little crayon sets, like drawing anything. And then like my granddad's a heavy influence because he always used to take me to galleries at a young age, and like always used to be like, oh, you can be who you want to be, like it's fine, sort of thing. So yeah, I'd say all my life I've been doing it. That depends. So on the thick girl ones, they're a good couple of hours, because I hate starting a piece and like going back to it another day, because I get like so invested in what I'm doing. So I'd say roughly about 4 hours, but then the rest of them it's very layers, because it's screen printing the background and then illustrating it, so about 2 hours to like wait for it to dry, and then with my little sketches, literally 5 minutes, because I draw with my left hand even though I'm not left-handed, so it's like a time thing of just see how quickly we can mess this up, and then it always comes out looking nice. So I get very in my head about drawing with my right hand, because I've always, like I said, been in an artsy family and everyone's really good drawers, but I always had like my own unique style. So first year of uni, I was trial and error, and I was like, I can't get it right with my right hand, and I was like, do you know what, let's just try it with my left hand. And I always remember in college I enjoyed doing left-handed and blind drawings, and I just love the free and like how fluid it is, and if you mess up no one will know, because it's got an aesthetic to it that looks childish as well in a way, which quite a lot of my work I like to have like a very childish take on things, coming back to like the comedy side, so yeah. So mainly myself, not to be vain at all, but the work that I do is from personal experience, but also from people I know around me who have been through the same experience or experiences that are similar, but don't have their own voice to, you know, talk about it or to discuss it. So I feel like, you know, you play the advocate role of like, okay, I'll do this for everyone. So it's like a group of people, like my family, like my mum, she's been through a lot and she's amazing, as have I in my life as someone who's only 22. I think I've been through it. So, I don't know, myself kind of inspires Like, it's like the younger me is still in the back of my mind that's coming through when I do my work, and the me that I'm at now is the inspiration of, I never thought I'd be this person, but I'm happy I am this person. But I love like children's books, and like I'm massively into like manga as well, and like I love the whole idea of like creating a world that's doesn't exist, and like coming off experience, because like in stuff like that it's like they go through trials and tribulations to get to somewhere that's, or to become themselves, that's like more powerful. And I like that whole idea of like, these are my alter egos and they're going through it to become something that's greater than who I am in person. And I don't know, I like that whole mythical, like whimsical sense of everything. Animation, obviously. So Your Name, A Silent Voice, and Spirited Away are three of my favourite films. Hands down, because I cry so hard at every single one of them. But they're also beautiful. Like, the stories are also beautiful, and like I love the whole idea of like tragedy, but it not being tragedy because it's fine in the end, sort of thing. Like my artwork in a way. But yeah, no. So much. Pen, 110% pen. I love it because you can't get rid of the mistakes, and that's what makes life as well as artwork, is you want the mistakes to show, because no one's perfect when it comes to doing something, and it's nice to have, you know, the process shown, and plus it's just fun. It's just, I love it. Ooh, there's a few. I don't have it here now, but it was my foundation piece. Before I came to uni, I did about how sex in the beauty industry is taken over from like religious iconography in a way. So wherever you go, there's billboards for, you know, like beauty, like cosmetics, and like, depending where you go, like very sexualized objects. And I did this massive piece of the Last Supper, but sexualized the Last Supper, and I got in so much shit for it, but I loved it. It was by far my favourite piece I've ever done, because I love annoying people, and it really annoyed so many people, but at the same time so many people loved it, and I liked the whole controversial side. But there was that one, and then these, I love doing these because they're just fun. It's just nice to do. Just to be yourself. You can be creative in any way possible. So like creative in a sense of like, for me, my artwork and the way I dress, but then it could be the way people write, the way people talk, the way people present themselves. Creativity isn't just a singular thing to me, it's like a variety of different things. Like, even if someone is just mundane but they have crazy hair, that's being creative. Like, it's just being yourself and saying like fuck it to everything else and just enjoying yourself. My art means a lot. It's been my own therapy in a way, especially in the past couple of years. Being in terrible relationships, having terrible things happen to me, being in terrible places in my life, and coming out as well, like as non-binary, and like trying to figure out where I stand in the world. And it means that I can go on. So like, the work that I did last year was very heavy, very sad, very tragic, but as soon as I did it, I moved on. And a lot of people can't say that they can move on from things as quickly as I can because they don't have a creative outlet, whereas I just throw it out there, I put it out there and get over it. And I know that sounds really bad, but like, it makes you so much happier as a person and so much more willing to like communicate. But no, it means a lot to me.